evening and welcome to Dr Frights, and this is the very first time ever that I've been to Dr Frights. As you can see behind, it's Dr Frights 10. It's the 10th year of scares here at White Nurseries. It's actually a nursery usually, but today it's completely transformed and we don't know what to expect because, believe it or not, I didn't look up. I didn't want to look up. I didn't want to look up what the mazes were. I didn't want to look up what they were about. I didn't even know how many mazes are here. We know there's 4 here because we've got our cards. And those 4 are, hang on, get a bit of light. So we have Redneck Redemption. We have There's Something in the Woods. We have Hollywood Horror, Director's Cut. Looking forward to that, always like that. And we have Killer Clowns on a Spaceship. I've never heard of before. Never heard of before, but it sounds very, very different. Now, of course, they have different lineups every single year, even if it means bringing a maze back from maybe the year before the previous one. And so it's always a different lineup. And, you know, this year promises to be something big, being its 10th year. But as I said, we have no idea what to expect inside. We have no idea what the event's about. We know it's really, really loud in there because we can hear it's really, really loud in there. As far as I'm aware, it's all located indoors. There's nothing outdoors whatsoever. So we're not expecting to go out anywhere and have to do anything. I'm really hoping you can see me here. I can't see if you can see me at all. So we know there's food in there. We know there's a bar in there as well. And all 4 mazes are located sort of relatively close, but we don't quite know exactly how it's going to pan until we get in there. We're going to go in now and we're going to show you around and everything. If it's too loud, obviously music-wise, you're going to get some cut-over music. We'll try and do some talking and get as much shots as we can. We can't film in the mazes tonight, but obviously we want to give you our review of this event. You know, we've been invited along by Dr Frights. Thank you very much for the invite, and we are really looking forward to it. We love a new scare, and this one is supposed to be really, really good. So, what are we waiting for? Let's get inside, let's show you around, and let's get some mazes done.
it was, of course, featured in the infamous Buffalo Bill scene from the 1991 classic, The Silence of the Lambs. I do wish we could chat for longer, but I'm having an old friend for dinner. Distressing call.
So as you've seen, all 4 mazes are located in this little section here. We can't talk much in here because the music is so loud. You're not going to hear us over it, and it's going to be quite heavily copyrighted. However,
we'll bring you more news.
It's a lovely little area. So that was Dr. Frights for 2019, and that is something very different for us. Again, I really hope you can see us. It's absolutely heaving in there. I've no chance of talking to you whatsoever, and there's not a lot of light around, as we tend to find with these. So we went in and we started with Redneck Redemption, which is sort of a hillbilly type maze. That's very different to anything we've done before, because what happens is you kind of head inside and you can see pretty much the whole maze. You can see people walking around it. There's no real tight corridors or anything like that. You can even see the actors hanging around. And then as you walk around, you walk effectively through a little village. Well, I say village, it's a town, isn't it? I guess it's the redneck town that you're walking through. And walking through the town, you then duck and dive in and out of people's shacks. So you go into the bank, for instance. It looks like you go into a salon, and you go into various things. And that's when it gets a little bit darker and a little bit tighter. And that's when people start to jump scare. And I'm telling you now, the whole event is based on jump scares, 100%. The whole event is based on jump scares. The level of detail in there is good, and you have a definite understanding of what the theme is about. And you know, as you go around, as I said, you know, there are jump scares along the way. As you go into the bank, people come out of kind of the counter area, and you really don't see them. There's a lot of hiding places for them. And then when you're out in the open, you're kind of like sucking in the town atmosphere. The big hay barrels at the end is when you meet the chainsaw, and the chainsaw gives you the run out, and you will have seen some footage from there of people running out of the maze. You'll also see them running out of the movie maze as well, but we'll get to that. We did that one last. From there, we went into Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Oh my God, it's funny because we started off and we thought, oh, the outside looks incredible, looks really good fun. And we got in and we thought, oh, this is a bit odd, not really enjoying this. And all of a sudden then, after a couple of rooms, it completely sparks into life. It really is special. And you know, as you kind of, you go through like cyborg areas, and you go through, you know, effectively a spaceship. You've got control panels, lots of bright lights. You enter one room with like this laser light that splits into about 100 and shines across these fences. I've never seen anything like it. What an incredible room. And you know, that could have been the finale with the people in there, but it wasn't. You then enter this strobe room, and I'm telling you now, it's the best strobe room we've done this year, and it went on forever. And you know, there's actors you can see, there's actors the other side of the fences. They really use the fences as well. They bounce off them good and proper in terms of, like, you know, pushing and shoving and trying to scare you through fences. And you know, I thought we had them all sussed, but we didn't have them all sussed. We didn't have them all sussed at all, because as you kind of go around the corner, there's some drapes and things, and you can guarantee that, you know, when the strobes go out, there's going to be someone there. And we got some jump scares in there. Incredible maze section, incredible strobe section, easily the best we've done so far in 2019. Coming out of there, we went into There's Something in the Woods. And there is something in the woods. It's like a nun's school, you know, really weird. It's all based around a boarding school and the kind of the inhabitants of that. And as you walk in, you know, there's lots of kind of bushes on the walls and things you duck under. There's a lovely little playground you go through. But the whole ceiling, they're intense, but the whole ceiling is starlights. It literally looks like you're walking through it at night, and you go through other scenes as well that get a bit darker. There's a grave section there, cemetery in there, and of course you walk into the school section before walking into what looks like a laboratory section, but it isn't. It's a bed section in the end with the bed with a person hanging across the top. Really creepy, really creepy maze. And then we did actually save the best one for last in the end, by pure accident. As I said, we did no research going into these, but the Hollywood director's cut at the end was incredible. You'll have seen some footage of the entrance bit with the strobe lights. It plays the Psycho music, it has the Bates Hotel out, and then once you go in, it has various movie scenes, really well recreated as well from various films. That includes obviously Bates Motel. There's actually quite a big section in there for Psycho, and then it moved into the Scream. There's the Scream cinema where there's rows and rows and benches with loads of people wearing Scream masks, and obviously there's a couple of live actors in there, and you have no idea who they are because everyone looks the same. Guaranteed jump scare in there, guaranteed. You then move into Freddy versus Jason, or Freddy and Jason, depending as you go through, but they are seen at the same time. Again, jump scares out of absolute nowhere there. You then went through and had Halloween as well. Halloween, a well-known film. You have the front of the house, and again you have scares on that before seeing the It clown, very relevant at the moment with chapter 2 out. Oh yeah, not a fan of that. Really good makeup, looked absolutely incredible, before sort of finishing off with the Chainsaw Texas Massacre. As you can guess, had chainsaws. Absolutely brilliant, really intense, full of jump scare mazes. But that's Dr. Frights. That is Dr. Frights. There are a couple of things we noticed. As you've kind of gone around, you've seen the food places and the bar, and you'll see as well how sort of small the event looks, because you literally walk in kind of this area here, and then everything is in full view, absolute full view, which is just something else. Really is something else. And you know, once you're kind of inside them, you know, you just literally hop from one to another. But really incredible the way you kind of go through. The throughput's really good. You know, we've been in there an hour and a half, we've done everything, we've soaked up the atmosphere. As you can probably hear from me, it's really loud. We had absolutely no chance of doing any filming in there, and all the filming I've done will have music over because it's just too loud. It's just too loud on the copyright music, and the video will get banned everywhere and you guys won't see it. But you'll see some people running, you'll see kind of what the event's about, you'll see the fronts of some of the ones. Might put some pictures in as well. We took some pictures while we were in there. Obviously we couldn't film in the mazes. You kind of enter the maze, you know, they'll send you in groups of 2, which is really fantastic, to be fair. And as you kind of go in then in the groups of 2, you wait for the lights. There's a red light on the wall, you have a little bit of a story, a little bit of an introduction, wait for the green light, and then you go. And it works really well. It was only where in Something in the Woods that we actually caught up with the group in front of us, which were, quite honest, moving quite slowly. The rest of the time, you know, it flowed really well, particularly in the Hollywood maze. Didn't see anyone else through there apart from the actors. So yeah, Hollywood, top maze. Clown was a top maze, then Something in the Woods, and then the Redneck one. But 4 top mazes, and we really enjoyed Dr. Frights. Really have enjoyed Dr. Frights. We want to thank the park again for inviting us tonight. We've had an amazing time, and we will 100% be back next year, without a doubt. Have you been to Dr. Frights? Let us know in the comments below. My name's Adam, this has been UK Theme Parks. Remember to like and subscribe, and please leave a comment. Have you been here? What was your favourite maze? We'll see you next time.